Hey guys, in today's video we're going to be going over the operator sort of gameplay for the new Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege Operation Black Ice. We're going to be going with Frost and his or her 9mm C1 or CL, whatever, and we're going to be playing on the map Yacht. So we're going to have two clips separated here. I want to mention that early on in the video, and this particular clip here is going to sort of go over camera locations. I'll let you guys kind of browse that as I go through later on in this clip. We're also going to be going over Frost's special ability, which is the Welcome Mat, aka what I like to call the Bear Traps. Also, we're going to be looking at the guns for Frost, which like I said, is a 9mm CL. It's a pistol. I forgot what it was actually called. I'll have to look at that when we get into the game here. You guys can see that. Also, we're going to be going with the Nitrocell. And the next clip is sort of like one of those good clips but bad clips. But in that clip, we're going to be going over the shotgun. I'm going to be showing you guys the shotgun, and this is the 9mm C1, CL, whatever. And like I said, the next clip is going to be the awesome, cool shotgun. I think it's called the Super 90, and the pistol and the sort of deployable shield. So we're going to go two different guns here, and we're going to do the same thing with Frost. Although I had one recorded for Frost, but sadly it didn't make it into the cut here. I didn't want to make the videos too long. I was actually up early this morning to try and get this DLC installed, but it wasn't up early in the morning. I checked later today on the news on Reddit and all that, and it was up. So I made sure when I got done with my archery practice after school, I hurried home. Well, I got my gas in my car and I hurried home and got on to sort of bring you guys gameplay for this, like I said I would. And I hope you guys are enjoying the first video. So like the operator overview was sort of like what different guns they have, different customizations that I personally myself see fit with all kinds of different guns. And you know, like I said, we're going to do the same thing with Buck as well. We're going to go over him. Frost is a defender and Buck is a attacker. So Buck's going to have an entirely different loadout, you know, setup and everything for him. We're going to go over both weapons for him. Well, both primary and that one secondary. We're also going to go over his sort of like deployable, you know, his type of gadgets that he's going to have, as well as the new shotgun feature. So we're going to go with the cams here. Let you guys sort of see where the cams are on this map Yacht. Sort of show you guys the limits the cams will turn, and to see if you guys can get a really good glimpse of the view that you can get with these cameras on the map Yacht. And the last two cameras for this map are going to be the outside halves of the Yacht. And as you guys can see here, I spot two people here, if not three. I think three is actually trying to break in, and I sort of hurry up through here. In the last little half, I kind of scanned for enemies instead of just looking. And then as you guys can see, this is the outside front part of the Yacht, and here's the back part of the Yacht. And like I said, I kind of hurry up here because my team is under attack, and I quite frankly don't know necessarily where they're all coming from, so I don't want to get shot. So I apologize for going through the cams kind of quickly. Also in the second clip, I will also sort of briefly go through the cams for you guys as Frost and the new Super 90 shotgun that is in the game also, and the pistol and the deployable shield loadout in an entirely different location on the Yacht. So as we finish up the kill cam here, I kind of think you guys can see it. It's like a shotgun, I think it must be. Alright, so now we're moved on to the second half of the video. Like I said, we're going to play with the Super 90, the pistol here, and the deployable shield to kind of show you guys different types of loadouts in the game you guys can play as with Frost and Buck. And like I said, Buck will be coming later tonight or tomorrow, so stay tuned on my channel and on my Twitter page for updates on these operators. I'm very excited to bring you guys these type of things, especially since I really wanted to, you know, move that trap a little over, but especially since, you know, I kind of promised I would, and I just think it's exciting to bring you guys DLC information. Hopefully you guys feel the same way. But you know, I feel like at this point there's not really much to talk about as I get to. It's either a woman or a guy. I've heard like woman and guy voice. She looks like it. Frost looks like a woman. I think Frost is a woman. But you can never be too certain in this world. Gmail, Caitlyn Jenner. Anyways, so like I want to give you guys a little bit of a background information on the bear traps, or the welcome mats as the game likes to call it. I know I kind of should have done this earlier, but if you guys stay tuned for this long, In the video, you guys will be able to get a bunch of different tips and tricks with this operator, Frost. The biggie with Frost is, like I said, the welcome mat or the bear traps. I'm going to call them the bear traps. So if you're ever watching any of my future videos and you hear me call them bear traps, and that way you can't like say, well, no, they're welcome mats. Well, I know they're welcome mats, but I'm going to call them bear traps. And as you guys can see here, I'm going to different cameras, kind of briefly showing you guys again different places in the yacht that you can look at the cams. Also different breaching points that enemies will go through to get to your location. As well as you guys can see, I hopefully target this guy over here. Okay, good. So we're gonna get in with the tips and tricks with Frost. Since we have enough time, I kind of want to go over briefly sort of really cool tips and tricks I figured out with Frost with my short amount of time as playing as her, and then we'll let you guys know any updates on any type of more tips and tricks I certainly find with the new operator Frost, and as well with Buck as well. So we're gonna go over tip number 1 on the bear leg traps, whatever you guys want to call them. The bear traps are actually I injured this dude that coming through here that just died to my left. The enemy that died, I actually got that bear trap down there, and what that does is basically it takes the enemy down to where they're like injured. So remember, if you guys remember correctly, when you guys get shot in this game enough times in multiplayer and even terrorist hunt for that matter, you guys will go down and have your enemy team attempt to your friendly team, excuse me, try to revive you, and that's basically what the bear traps do. They will basically take you down, and they will, your team will have to either take you out of the bear trap and revive you, or revive you. I don't really know necessarily how that works because I've never been down by it, and I would have liked to show you guys something better, but that guy died while trying to show you guys what necessarily happened. So that's a really good trick with the bear traps. Place them where the enemies don't expect them, and if you guys place them in very, very strategic places around you, where it's kind of like tight quarters and the enemies will not expect the bear traps to be there, you can use the bear traps to your advantage. Also, a really good trick with Frost as well is, since Frost has the bear traps, like I said, place them strategically and you can dominate with these. I have done that so far to the best of my ability. Sorry, and also there's, like I said, I haven't really said this, but there's not a lot of tips and tricks necessarily with Frost. There's more with Buck than there really is with Frost. But the one thing I definitely can't say with Frost is, if you love sort of like old World War II timey guns, definitely go with the 9mm C1 for Frost, as that will be probably one of the best guns in the game. Well, not the best gun in the game, but one of the best guns in my opinion in the game. And as you guys can see here, I made the kind of bit of mistake. I kind of thought this was a good place to put it, but sadly I was wronged. Anyways, guys, hope you guys like this video. Like I said, I will be bringing out Buck. This is actually Buck right here who killed me, and I'll see you guys in my next video with Buck. Peace out and have a good day.